Welcome in to a full-scale Trump Tantrum Truth Social Tuesday, and he is a train wreck this morning. Wait until you see this breaking story I'm about to show you. Holy smokes! But let's bear in mind how quickly, if anything sums up the absurdity of a 24-hour news cycle, the absurdity of careful how fast you think you've won, what's occurred in the last 36 hours between Trump, Iran, and Israel sums it up, and we, all of us, the mainstream media, etc., should never make such an assumption. Personally, I didn't, because we all understand the Middle East. But oh my goodness, that's never going to stop Trainwreck Trump from doing it. And yet, in this breaking story, wait till you see what bomb got dropped on him today, metaphorically. Before I show you that story, take a quick listen to some of the pundits and Trump himself about how fabulous I am and what I should get. Check this out.
So rather than World War III, we may get more peace. And rather than 34 felony counts, President Trump may end up with 34 Nobel Peace Prizes.
Well, they should give me the Nobel Prize for Rwanda and if you look the Congo, or you could say Serbia, Kosovo, you could say a lot of them. You could say, the big one is India and Pakistan. I should have gotten it 4 or 5 times. I should get it for I would think the Abraham Accords would be a good one too. They won't give me a Nobel Peace Prize because they only give it to liberals.
Absolutely. Look, President Trump is going to win the Nobel Peace Prize, no doubt. You look at what he's done with the Congo and Rwanda. You look at where he is with Pakistan and India and what he's done there. And then you look at this, what everyone talked about but no one thought was possible. He has brought peace to a region that needed stability. He has shown what America First policy actually is.
And then, of course, in complete Trump non-decorum, he decided to make this comment, not to stun the world, but to just go to show how much of a little petulant child he is. This.
Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. You know, when I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning. We basically have 2 countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Yeah, that's the president of the most powerful nation on the planet using the F word in public because he's upset and grumpy. People haven't listened to Daddy Donnie. But in this breaking story, his biggest pain in the booty of all, Barack Obama, who has a Nobel Peace Prize, Trump just got handed this truth in his face. Take a look.
Donald Trump Nobel Peace Prize nomination withdrawn. A senior Ukrainian lawmaker who nominated U.S. President Donald Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize has withdrawn it, as peace talks between Kyiv and Moscow slip under the radar and the president keeps his sights fixed on the Middle East. Oleksandr Merezhko, the head of Ukraine's Parliamentary Foreign Committee, told Newsweek on Tuesday he had lost any sort of faith and belief in Trump and his ability to secure a ceasefire between Moscow and Kyiv. Merezhko originally nominated Trump for the prize in November, but said he submitted his nomination withdrawal on Monday morning. Ukraine agreed to a U.S. proposal back in March. Russia has, to date, not inked its consent. Ukrainian officials and international observers have watched Trump engineer a rapprochement with the Kremlin, the White House looking reluctant to impose sanctions on Russia even as Trump publicly floated a feeling that Russia was tapping the American negotiators along. Trump is evading, he is dodging the need to impose sanctions on Russia, Merezhko said. Iran denied breaking the fragile agreement as Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, ordered the Israeli military to respond forcefully to Iran's violation of the ceasefire with intense strikes against regime targets in the heart of Tehran. Ukrainian officials are concerned about U.S. attention and weapons being diverted to the Middle East, not to mention the impact on the oil markets, Merezhko said.
And someone absolutely deserved it, and I deserved the peace. Oh, yeah, whoopsie poop. I guess not, Donald. You're probably not ever going to get the Nobel anything because of who you are, how you function, and what really matters to you. because it just goes to show this may be the greatest example. Since Trump came down the escalators in 2015, this may be the greatest single example of who Mary Trump has been trying to tell us Donald is for a long time, and the guy who actually ghost wrote The Art of the Deal has been trying to say for a couple of decades now. This may be the greatest example of who Donald Trump is and how his entire life has gone. Because his daddy did it for him, what daddy says goes and gets done, and what Donald grew up, which we just call elitism. But on this scale, as President of the United States, he's so used to just walking around, pointing fingers, and saying, do this, do that, do this, do that, and ordering people through 65 years of his life, and gets what he wants. And all of a sudden, when someone doesn't, at this level of a military war conflict between two countries of different histories, ideological backgrounds, and religion, it's just not that easy, Don. Remember when he said, well, if anyone can solve the Middle East peace problem, it's Jared Kushner? Yeah, how long did that last? Donald Trump not getting the Nobel Peace Prize would just be normal to us. But yeah, it's even a little tastier on a Trump train wreck Tuesday when it got put out by a person and now withdrawn by the very same person. Whew! And this is a cranky little child with his hands on the nuclear codes. You guys stay frosty.